Hey, good morning. This is the State of Small Business. We're going to be kicking off pretty soon. We've got 12 industry leaders that will be talking about our industry here.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Have a seat. Yeah.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm going to ask that you quickly find your seat. We will be beginning in about 2 minutes.
And I went live.
2 minutes and we'll be beginning our program. Folks are still making their way in. I'm going to ask
Get 1 minute.
speakers
I'm going to call on you.
the State of Small Business to move forward.
Well, if you feel brave. Miranda, sorry.
All speakers with the State of Small Business, please move forward to begin. You like that smooth vocal tone? Yelling at you at 8 o'clock.
Come on, guys. Thank you again. Oh, Erica. Oh, my gosh. Good to see you. Come on up. Brittany, come on. Come on, Moncello. Oh, now we have light.
Let there be light.
No, they shoot. When Miranda says sit.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for making time out of your schedule to join us for the 15th meeting of the Mayor's Small Business Conference. This is a wonderful day. We are in the middle of Small Business Week in Savannah, and we have created a schedule of events and programs and activities that are curated for our small business community, for you, because we recognize the importance and the strength that you bring to our small business community. And that contributes to our economic engine being strong and resilient. And that is what our goal is in the work that we do to support each and every one of you. My name is Miranda Lumpkin-Watson.
No, we're the mayors.
And I am the Director of Economic Development with the City of Savannah. May I take a moment of privilege to recognize the hardworking team in economic development for the City of Savannah. If you are raised and as you are, I want these hardworking individuals to be recognized, as well as our fearless leader, Ms. Faye DeMassimo, who is the chief. And we would be remiss if he's not in the room, but I do want to recognize the captain of our ship, Mr. Jay Mellon, who is the city manager for Savannah. I'll be back to talk a little bit more about the conference overview, but this conference would not be possible without the guidance and direction that we receive as an organization from our mayor. The 67th mayor of the city of Savannah, may I present to some and introduce to others, Mayor Van R. Johnson.
Good morning.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. The first thing we have to do is to get more seats or get a bigger stage. So we have to make sure we do that. Thank you all so much for being here. Happy Small Business Week.
Yay. Woo!
That was really good.
Yeah.
Y'all know I tell the truth. So, happy Small Business Week.
Happy Small Business Week. Woo!
I can tell you certainly that Savannah appreciates and we prioritize, we highlight our small businesses because we recognize that the cause in our week. For those of you that were around, those of you that remember COVID, it was small businesses that kept our economy going. Small businesses led our resilience, our sustainability to where we are now. It's small businesses that help keep people employed, and small businesses that help keep things moving in our community, and that's why this could be so important. Why I certainly continue to really champion this for the last now 7 years that I've been there, because this is important. This is important. I want to thank Dolly, our Department of Economic Development, and the Coalition team. Give them a round of applause. We work. I need you.
Just clip it back up on there. Oh, no, up on the. Hold on a second. We're live streaming.
Oh, they're live streaming. Okay.
Yeah, we.
All right, so I broke that. But to our economic development team and to all of our partners, Conversation Bank, WorkSource, Coast Group, Lane Construction, Savannah Economic Development Authority, Georgia Power, Comcast Business, and the Greater Savannah Black Chamber of Commerce. All of them a big round of applause. So I wanted to do two things. I got stuck on the flight, and I had a chance to really think about two things. I was going through my social media feed, and people are always talking about small businesses and talking about the growth and where they are. And strangers out there was pointing to me while I'm looking for this, two examples of Savannah small businesses. And I wanted to highlight them because I think they are symptomatic of where we are trying to get today. I think the first thing you have to do is you have to believe. Hopefully you're here because you believe that you can do it. If you don't believe in yourself, no one else is going to believe it. We often die because we have a lack of belief. We hear people in our ear. Sometimes people that are really close to us. It had never been done. It had not been done before. It had not been done here. It had not been done that way. You're too old to do it. You're too young to do it. You don't have enough money to do it. And you listen to the noise and you stop believing. And you give up. The second thing is you have to research. We have data. Data is available. And you have to know what it is you're getting yourself into. You have to also be able to be diversified. Find new and different creative ways of doing stuff. It may not be the way that someone else did, but you can do that as well. Then you have to be able to connect. Everybody say connect.
Connect.
Anybody have a business card? Let me see it. Let me see a business card.
Oh, yeah.
If you have a business card, stand up. I'm being real tipsy about this. I need to see the card. All right.
They passed.
It's not high enough. All right. Now walk over to somebody you don't know.
Good job.
Yeah. Right there.
Yeah.
You do not know.
I love that. I love that.
No conversation. Let's get the call.
Good luck with that.
That's how we do it today. Get the call. Give them a call.
Love that.
Because we know that our net worth is our net worth. It's who you know. And as much as you're learning how to do business with us, we want you to trust each other enough to do business with each other. Right? Y'all still talking? We're doing a mix and match later on. But just give them the card, smile, and give them the money. Then you have to be able to be flexible. Life happens. Life be life. Right? Mm-hmm. There are roadblocks. Things happen. You have to be flexible enough that there's a detour, you work your way around the detour. But remember, the main goal is the main goal. And then finally, you want to go all in. You're going to do it. Don't be halfway. Don't be a quarter of the way. If you're going to be in. And so 2 examples of that, of small businesses from Freddie and Savannah. One, I was looking last week on NBC Nightly News, and they were profiling 100 folks from America. And one of them was Jesse Cole. Jesse Cole, Emily Cole, Savannah Bananas. Y'all heard them before?
Yeah.
And I remember it because it was 2016, and the Savannah Sandhats, we told to go kick rocks. They wanted us to build a new city, but we weren't doing it. And Jesse Cole said, I want to start a minor league baseball team. All right, we let him do it in our 100-year-old Cleveland Stadium. Some of you remember when they came and we were playing the bacon and all of that, but it was a good time. And then he had this idea that I want to expand this opportunity to do something different called Banana Ball. 2025, they were in 40 cities, 3 NFL stadiums, 17 Major League Baseball stadiums. On last week, May the 2nd, they had 102,000 spectators at Kyle Field in College Station, Texas. Savannah. Somebody say Savannah.
Savannah.
ESPN, ESPN2, ESPN Plus, Disney Plus, Roku, the CW, ABC, True TV, HBO Max, Savannah. 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 I deal with other mayors, they're like, we got things we have to do, we got Savannah. You have to believe. You have to be willing to go that extra mile. The second one came up, Kelly Rickman was here last week, and I was watching, that's why I sent me the clip, but she was talking about Savannah and how wonderful it was, and she started talking about the Savannah College of Art and Design. And sometimes people bemoan this institution, but it started here in 1978. Richard Warren, Paula Wallace, Mary Potter, Paul Potter. In September 1979, they started. Many people know that Paula's parents mortgaged their home for her journey. At the time, they had 4 staff members, 7 faculty members, 71 students, 8 majors. I'll say it again. 4 staff members, 7 faculty members, 71 students, and 8 majors. Now they have 768 staff, 20,000 students, 9 schools, 40 majors, and 75 minors right here.
Woo.
Where?
Savannah.
So if that is not inspiration to you, that dreams do come true here, you don't have to go anywhere else. It can happen right here. You have to be willing to believe. You have to be willing to research. You have to be willing to connect. You have to be willing to be flexible. You have to be willing to go on. Ladies and gentlemen, your time is the most important asset that you have. Today, don't waste your time. Get a pen out and write stuff down. Be intentional about who you meet, and then follow up with them. Write on the back of the card where you met them. And more importantly, find ways that they can do business with you and you can do business with them. We are so glad that you are here today. It's all about you. We are celebrating you. And I want to thank these amazing people from behind me and in front of me for helping make this happen. I'm intentional about supporting small businesses, about 75% of the business I do is a small business. We all got to do the same. Because local dollars recycle locally.
Yay.
You like that?
Yes, a lot.
How would you like that? How was the third trade?
31 years.
I remember when third trade started. And it was a thought and idea, now 31 years later, she's like all over the freaking world. So, again, it can all happen here together. Have a great day. If there's anything we can do to make your day better, let us know about it. Again, it's an honor to host you here today. And we're looking forward to some great stories coming out of this room. God bless.
Yay! Come run on.
No, we're good.
We're good. We're about to
gonna
stand
be
up.
standing.
And we're going to need you just for a few.
And Brittany's going to be drawing.
Yeah.
Well, where's the drawer? Oh,
Back there.
that's just wrong with Brittany. She'll do a bunch of them.
Mayor, before you leave the room, we have one more thing that requires your attention in just 1 moment, sir. Now we would like to bring to the stage for our opening prayer a lady that needs no introduction, as she is the board chair of the Greater Savannah Black Chamber of Commerce. She is Pastor Lydia Syed. She will bring us our opening prayer. Lydia? Thank you so much for this opportunity, Miranda. I am so excited to be here. I am going to ask you all to stand, please. And I have to do this before I pray. Don't get worried, Mayor. He's like, man, why did I let her do that? I would like to ask you all this morning, how are you feeling? Good. Good. I'm glad you're feeling good. In our market unit, when we're asked how you're feeling, we say strong.
Strong.
So you know where I'm going, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when I ask how you're feeling, I want everyone to say Savannah strong. Ready? How are you feeling?
Savannah strong.
Thank you. Let's pray. Father God, in the name of Jesus, we thank you for this day and for another Mayor's Small Business Conference. We thank you for blessing our time together today. We ask that you let it be uplifting for every business represented today and those in our communities. Bless our mayor and those that work alongside of him to make his vision to support small businesses a great success year after year. Bless the work of our business owners, their organizations that support them, our employees, and those we serve. May we be ignited and inspired today by the speakers as they share their stories, lessons, learned, and wins. Bless the connections that will be made today and the visions that will be fueled. Help us to continue to be Savannah strong. In the matchless name of Jesus we pray and say thank you. Amen.
Thank you and amen. That was wonderful. Good. Love that. Okay.
This morning, this conference is designed for our small business community with the goal of building resilience and helping our small business community build capacity, introducing them to opportunities to do business with the city of Savannah, with the state of Georgia, with the federal government, and most importantly, amongst yourself. We have resources that have been strategically placed around the room by partners who are up here as well as who are in the community whose business is to provide resources and tools only to strengthen you and your business. So I would like to introduce the partners around the room, and I'll begin here with Small Business Assistance Corporation. From City of Savannah, our purchasing, our procurement and contracts division, City of Savannah, procurement and city contracts.
Yep.
Our Greater Savannah Black Chamber of Commerce. The team from UGA's SBDC.
Woo!
Oglethorpe Carver State Bank, and team from Layton Construction. They want to be with us for you. Please be sure that you meet them because they are here to meet you. So that is our conference overview, but before we begin with the state of small business, I would like to ask Mayor Johnson to come back to the stage and also be joined by our guests from the U.S. Small Business Administration. We have with us today the Southeastern Regional Administrator, Mrs. Tyler Freeze.
Thank you. We're so glad that you are here. I have a proclamation to read, whereas small businesses are the backbone of the American economy and a vital part of the community fabric, providing employment opportunities, driving innovation, and contributing to the economic vitality of our city. And whereas small businesses create jobs, support entrepreneurship, and enhance the quality of life for residents by offering diverse goods and services while preserving the unique character and charm of Savannah's neighborhoods. Whereas the city of Savannah recognizes the resilience, determination, and creativity of small business owners that shine, who continue to adapt and thrive in an ever-changing economic landscape. Whereas Small Business Week provides an opportunity to celebrate the contribution of entrepreneurs and small business owners. Whereas the city of Savannah encourages residents to support local small businesses not only during this week but throughout the year, recognizing that their success is integral to the continued prosperity of our community. Thereby, Mayor Johnson, second mayor of the city of Savannah, we hereby proclaim May the 3rd through the 9th as Small Business Week in the city of Savannah, and I urge all citizens to recognize and celebrate the significant contribution of small businesses and support them in any way and every way possible. With this where I set my hand across the scale, the city of Savannah can be faithful on this day. Congratulations.
All right, thank you very much, Mayor. Thank you, Mrs. Teresa. And now it is time for the 13th Annual State of Small Business in the Savannah Area. This segment provides you a level-set briefing on Savannah's economic climate and the contributors to our local economy. We would like to now meet our sponsor, our title sponsor, Mrs. Rochelle James Gregory is the Senior Vice President and Chief Impact Officer for Carver State Bank. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Rochelle James Gregory has more than 20 years of experience in brand strategy, marketing, and communication impact leadership. She serves as the Chief Impact Officer and Vice President for Carver Financial Corporation, the holding company for Carver State Bank in Savannah, and BHM Bank in Birmingham. Her role is pivotal as she leads the brand strategy, community engagement, and impact measurements, corporate communications, and strategic initiatives that advance the organization's mission of providing building blocks for financial freedom. She is currently leading strategic initiatives around Carver's 100th anniversary. That deserves.
Ooh, yes.
Positioning the institution's current centennial as both a celebration of legacy and a platform for future growth and community impact. Born and raised in Savannah, Rochelle is a summa cum laude graduate of Spelman College and holds a Master of Arts in Communication Management from the University of Southern California's Annenberg School. She and her husband, Dr. Frederick Gregory, have 3 beautiful children and are proud to be raising them in her hometown. May I introduce to you Miss Rochelle James Gregory, Vice President of Good morning.
Good morning.
What a beautiful morning. I am not a morning person, so I'm excited to be here. It is truly an honor to be here as the title sponsor of the Mayor's Small Business Conference. This event represents exactly what Carver State Bank believes in: investing in entrepreneurs, strengthening small businesses, and building a more inclusive local economy. I want to begin by acknowledging Mayor Van Johnson, who's still in the room, for his leadership and commitment to the small business community here in Savannah. All the elected officials that are in attendance, thank you for your service and for the role you play in shaping an environment where businesses can grow and thrive. And a very, very special thank you to my sister, Miranda Lumpkin-Johnson, for organizing this conference. Bringing together the right people and resources in one place makes a real difference for the entrepreneurs in this room. Before I share a brief update on Carver, I have to acknowledge a few people. Again, we are not an early morning family, so they are not in the room. But they are foundational to our institution and to me personally. My father, my dad, Robert Bob James, who will celebrate 55 years as president of Carver. His leadership he was actually the longest serving African American bank president in the country.
Wow.
His leadership was a big part of why we remain independent, mission-driven, and deeply rooted in this community. My mother, Dr. Shirley Barber, who just received her honorary doctorate from
Shirley!
published her Savannah Tribune, which has been telling stories of this community for 150 years. And I guess I should acknowledge my brother also. This is actually my boss. Very busy, so he couldn't be here, so I got to be on the stage. He likes to consider attention. But anyway, that foundation, family, community, and multi-generational commitment to this city is exactly what drives everything I'm about to share with you. Now, a brief update on Carver, because this has truly been a period of remarkable milestones. As Miranda mentioned, BHM Bank, we recently acquired a bank in Birmingham, Alabama. I'm proud to share that we've successfully rebranded that institution to BHM Bank and are actively growing our presence there. That acquisition made Carver Financial Corporation the only Black-owned multi-bank holding company in the country.
Wow.
With both pride and responsibility, because it means we can extend our model of community-centered, mission-driven banking into markets that have historically lacked that kind of access to capital. Here at home, we are celebrating 99 years of service. You will begin to see us leaning into that milestone as we count down to our centennial in 2027. 100 years of local ownership, service, and impact right here in Savannah. And when we talk about impact, it's real and it's growing. You're going to see a video in a second that is from last year, and I want to update some of the stats in that video. Because from 2019 through 2025, we were able to elevate our lending to the New Markets Tax Credit Program. Carver's direct loans and investments across Georgia and Alabama just in the last few years have helped to generate approximately $1.1 billion in total investment.
Oof.
Right here from this little institution. More than 10,000 jobs created or retained. But what matters most, especially in a room like this, is what we are doing right now for small businesses. We are actively reinvigorating our SBA lending program because we understand that access to capital is often the difference between a business surviving and scaling. Our goal is to be more responsive, more accessible, and more intentional in helping entrepreneurs
you are in this room today and you've been wondering whether the timing is right to pursue an SBA loan, or you can talk to them, or you can talk to us. I want you to know Carver wants to have that conversation with you. And go to Tyler. I'm done. As a community development financial institution, a CDFI, we are also advocating for the resources that make this work possible. Last year, my brother and I, along with other associates, were on Capitol Hill making the case for continued support of the CDFI fund, because these resources are critical to driving economic opportunities in communities that are too often overlooked. That advocacy directly benefits the businesses and neighborhoods we all serve. And we are continuing to grow. Later this year, Carver will expand into the Atlanta market with a new branch, bringing our model of community-centered banking to one of the most dynamic business markets in the country. And as the banking landscape continues to shift, Carver now stands as Savannah's only locally owned bank. Because our decisions are made here, our relationships are built here, and our commitment is to this community. And at the end of the day, that's why we're here today. This conference is about equipping you, not just with information, but with access, relationships, and opportunity. And Carver is proud to stand along the city of Savannah in making that happen. We're proud of where we've been, and we're even more excited about where we're going. Thank you for allowing us to be your partner, and we want to continue to partner. And thank you for everything that you are building in this community. Now, I believe we're going to see a brief video about some of the work that Carver is doing. So, thank you.
And our vision is bold: financial freedom for all. Since 1927, we've been more than a community. We are a community inspired, helping our customers build businesses, build homes, build money, and build community.
Home equity, home ownership, those are just keywords for me.
And now we are the only locally owned bank in Savannah. We may be a small bank, headquartered in Savannah, but our impact stretches across Georgia, because when a bank believes that money matters, that people really count, the possibilities are endless. Carver is unique. We are a Treasury certified community development financial institution, a CDFI, using tools like the State Small Business Credit Initiative, SBA lending, and new market tax credits, alongside traditional lending products to make an outsized impact across the state of Georgia, fueling businesses, jobs, healthcare, housing, and hope.
I was in business since 2007 and never had a relationship with him. And my lawyer introduced me to Carver. And it's been a great working relationship. So Carver jumped right in. I met with the folks in Carver, and they were all about making sure their community, because this is their hometown too, they were all about making sure their community was able to benefit from the market tax credits.
As part of the expansion of the bank, we actually built new buildings. We built a valve shop. We built a state-of-the-art clean-up parts, and we put a crane in the shop that otherwise didn't have cranes in. All of that expanded our capacity to repair rail parts, which is our core businesses. The tax credits were brought in to support the gap funding that we in fact needed. And it was really a lifesaver. It made this possible. One of the great benefits of working with Carver was that there was instant authenticity. Carver's investments over the years, it has made many investments, consistent investments into the communities throughout the state.
That's what it is about our relationship bank. We're building a new facility. We're doing a smaller facility that wasn't quite up to the standard that we wanted to be in terms of quality when you look at the facilities. But now, with our partnership with State Bank, we have a beautiful facility, 12,000 people, so we're twice the size of what the previous facility was. It's bright, it's open, and it's very welcoming and choosing.
From our roots in Savannah, we look at a small, community-inspired bank that the big team can make a huge impact across Georgia and beyond. And now, as we literally expand into more markets and upgrade our technology, we are bringing our mission to even more people, businesses, and communities. Providing the building blocks for financial freedom for all.
The narrator, is Stephen Thomas.
Thank you so very much, Rochelle. We appreciate the support, and we are excited to see what the future holds for Carver in its centennial year. Thank you very much.
Good job. That was wonderful.
Now, let's see here. Now, I would like to invite. So I would like to bring forward Victoria Baylor, Joe Marchese, and Marjorie Young, the co-founders of the State of Small Business in Savannah Area, to please come forward and begin our briefing and state of small business.
Yay. You're next.
Good morning, everyone.
Talking to the mic.
Thank you, Miranda, so much for the warm introduction. Ms. Gregory, please know how grateful we are that Carver State Bank is the title sponsor for this conference and for the 13th annual State of Small Business in Savannah Area. That was a really great video.
So, Mayor Johnson, thank you once again for not only this conference, for the whole week of events highlighting the importance of small business in Savannah. You know, depending how you measure it, the SBA says 500 or less is a small business. So with that metric, 90% of the businesses in the United States are small businesses. So we're so glad that you're here, and we just want to thank Mayor Johnson and the city.
Can you all hear us in the back? It's good. Okay, good. All right, I can't believe it's our 13th year of doing this, bringing this really important information to the small business owners. We do it with love. Everybody up here has volunteered their time to present these reports to help you, the small business owner, grow. Okay? So that's off script. But I would like to first, Lou Phelps, if you're watching, we are live streaming. Lou couldn't be here. She was the media sponsor with the Savannah Business Journal. And so thank you, Lou Phelps. I don't think she's feeling well today. And also I want to thank Brittany Curry with Inky Brittany. She will be graphically recording the highlights and the takeaway from the conference. So hopefully Lou will print it in the business report and journal afterwards, but you'll have a copy for us right afterwards. And we had asked each of the speakers to send a soundbite in of the main takeaway of what you're going to learn today. So with that, who's up next?
So the State of Small Business was founded in 2012. You know, what happens is you go to some of these conferences and they're talking about Gulfstream and they're talking about billion-dollar businesses. A lot of guys, you know, in my business, they're not worried about buying a G550. They're worried about buying an F-150. And so this conference is designed to help you guys to listen to these experts to make wise decisions about your future. And I got to tell you, Savannah's looking great right now. So it's designed so that there's just a 3-minute presentation, and that way you get to pick and choose. Now again, everyone here is a volunteer. Victoria's a volunteer, I'm a volunteer, Marjorie is a volunteer, and we're here to connect you to other people. Like Mayor Johnson started with the business card. What a great idea. Yeah. So come see me, talk to me. You know, I'll share you my cell phone, I'll tell you my story. Marjorie, you know, her business started because her dad was struggling. My business started because I wanted to be the boss. What a mistake. And you know, and Victoria's just been an executive coach, and she's been a great addition to our team. So we're very excited to be here, and we want you to get the most out of it.
The State of the Small Business has paved the way. Actually, I'm curious, how many people attended this last year? Show hands. Okay, great. How many people is this your first time attending? Okay.
Ah, very good.
We are delighted that you're here. We hope that you get everything out of this session. Bring it dry, okay? The State of Small Business has paved the way for equipping entrepreneurs with knowledge that they need to thrive in our vibrant landscape. We heard from the mayor earlier how Savannah is expanding in so many horizons, and there's so much to be proud of, to be a part of this area. Today, you might discover some new opportunities for your business, and be sure to, of course, write those down and share those with other people who get those.
Victoria, I want to thank you again for jumping in and helping. This time last year, I said, I need more help. It's a lot of work getting ready for this every year. So thank you, Victoria. I hope you stick around for next year. Thank you. So in between the speakers today, I'm going to be going into the audience, and I'm going to be asking small business owners to share their name, what their business is, and what one piece of advice that you could give to everybody in this room who has a small business owner. I'm also going to reach out next. I see Mia Mance with DBA. I want to make sure you come up here and when I call you up. And Becky, I see you. And who else is here? Anyhow, find me in between. Oh, good. Buy Local is here. Great. Okay, very good. Okay, now you're back on.
We encourage you definitely to share the experiences today. You want to use the hashtag SavSmallBiz26. See it on the screen. Please use that. Post information you think other people would like to hear, in addition to any insights you feel like other business owners would benefit from as well. And of course, don't forget to take notes. It's valuable when you do.
So we're actually going to start, because I was off script again. So let's go ahead and get started, and I'm going to go into the audience. So go ahead. Y'all ready? What do they say? Take your marks, like the horse race yesterday. It goes really fast. We only have 3 minutes each. So stage front, do we have a timer? Uh-oh, we need a timer. And in the audience, we only have 1 minute with sharing your tips. So on your marks, get set, go.
Okay. First up, we have Montel Stewart, who is president of the Greater Savannah Black Chamber of Commerce. His topic is Black Business Ownership.
Good morning. Glad to be here today. Thank you for putting this event on. If I had to sum up the state of small business, especially the Black community right here in Savannah, I'll say this: we're growing, but we're also being tested. Small businesses make up nearly all of the economy, and right here in Chatham County, we're talking about thousands of businesses driving jobs, opportunity, and innovation. Every day, more people are stepping out on faith, starting businesses, and building something on their own. That's good news. But the full story is a little more complicated, because while we're seeing growth in entrepreneurship, which is amazing, we're also seeing the loss of several prominent Black-owned businesses in our community, and those weren't just businesses, they were anchors, they were culture, they were legacy. So when they close, it hits a little different. It forces us to ask the deeper question: are we building businesses, or are we building businesses that last? And the data backs up what we're seeing on the ground. Black businesses represent nationally around 3% of employment firms nationally, despite making up a much larger share of the population. We're glad to say here locally we make up a little larger than that, around 7%. But that tells us the issue isn't starting a business, it's sustaining and scaling businesses. In Savannah, that shows up in real ways. Brick and mortar black-owned businesses continue to face challenges with access to capital, especially the kind of capital needed to grow, expand, and weather tough seasons. And just as important, we're seeing gaps in succession planning. Businesses are being built, but not always positioned to maintain, to grow beyond the founder or stay in our community long term. Now, we haven't ignored these challenges. As Great Savannah Black Chamber of Commerce, we've been intentional about addressing them. We're building strong coalitions, especially with our faith community, because we understand that business growth is tied to trust, relationships, and consistent support. We've also created initiatives like our business floods, which was an amazing one yesterday at Banana Burgers, the last one at Asher Tea Company, as well as our spotlights, making sure that our businesses aren't just open, but visible and supported, because sometimes the most powerful thing we can do is just show up, spend money, and bring others to us. But we also have to be honest about where we are and what we have to do. Savannah's economy is powered by tourism and logistics. Those industries are thriving, but our businesses, especially black-owned businesses, are still working to gain meaningful access to those spaces. Whether it's contracts, partnerships, or visibility, we're not where we need to be in those areas. And that's not just a challenge, that's an opportunity. An opportunity for us to be more intentional about inclusion, about procurement, and about making sure that Savannah grows our businesses the right way. That's why we're in these spaces, in the spaces that matter, because the future of small business Savannah isn't going to be decided by one organization, it's going to be shaped by all of us. Before I close, I want to invite you all to our largest event of the year, which is our Black Business Expo on August the 1st at the Savannah Convention Center. We are the largest growing Black Expo south of Virginia. Last 2 years, we had 1,700 people in the Hyatt. We're looking to put 5,000 people in the convention center on August the 1st, and we need each of you there to support that. Lastly, we want to announce that we did release some grants earlier this year. Those grants were finalized. We're releasing somewhere $7,000 grants at the end of the month for those businesses to apply for those grants, and we're happy to support those initiatives. So we thank you for being here today, and thank you so much for giving us the time.
We're next. Can you all hear me? Is this mic on? Can you all? Okay. Yep. We're good. Yes, Becky, come on up. You've got 1 minute. Share your name and what organization you're with and what tip.
Well, I don't have a tip, but I have a resource. I'm Becky Brownlee with the University of Georgia Small Business Development Center. Our mission is to enhance the economic well-being of all Georgians. We do this by providing the resources, tools, and training to help small businesses grow and succeed. This is made possible by our federal funding partners, SBA, and as well as our state partner, University of Georgia. Our biggest resource are our people. So if you are trying to start, grow, or just need to flush out your business ideas, we offer no cost one-on-one consulting. Come grab a card. We would love to talk to you.
Thank you, Becky. I can tell you 31 years ago, that was the first place I went, to SBDC. They have been mentoring me for that long. And they say if you have a mentor, you're going to make 20% more money. So get a mentor. Joe?
It's now my pleasure to introduce Clara Fischel. She is with Level Commercial Real Estate. She is the broker and the founder.
Good morning, everyone. 3-minute time on screen. Today, I want to share 3 trends. I have 3 minutes, so 3 trends that are shaping Savannah's commercial real estate market right now. Trend 1, industrial. The boom is real, and it's maturing. 14.3 million square feet of new industrial space was delivered in the Savannah MSA in 2025. That's an amount about equal to the footprint of 245 football fields, including the end zones. So this is a ton of square footage. This new industrial supply, on top of multiple years worth of record deliveries of new inventory, has pushed the overall vacancy rate to about 10.8%. Now, number might sound high, but the market has absorbed an enormous amount of new supply, and ongoing demand continues to drive development. The industrial market is transitioning from a frenzy into a more sustainable, disciplined growth phase. Trend 2, low supply, low vacancy, robust pricing. Office vacancies are bucking national trends and hovering around 3%. With our 2 largest downtown office buildings being converted to hotels, supply is even more constrained. Tight supply is yielding market rents of $32 a square foot and a little higher at $36 a square foot in downtown Savannah. Speaking of tight supply, there's barely a storefront to rent on Broughton Street, with market rents for retail spaces across downtown ranging from $40 to $65 a square foot, depending on the size, exact location, and the condition of the space. 2025 total commercial real estate sales topped $3.1 billion for the Savannah MSA. While sales of industrial properties accounted for 1/3 of the total sales, multifamily followed closely at $600 million, and retail assets commanded the highest average sale price at $372 a square foot. Trend 3, growth is spreading into different areas. Our diverse economy has bolstered a steady flow of investment into retail, medical office, mixed use, and multifamily developments. These investments have been made throughout the region, including in various neighborhoods outside of downtown Savannah, in Cooler and West Chatham County, Port Wentworth and North Savannah, in Effingham County, and around the Hyundai corridor. More economic diversity and growth into different neighborhoods means more stability for the region. And that's good news for all the small businesses in the room. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Clara. Can you guys hear me? Okay, very good. Would you like to share your tip? We got 1 minute. Here we go.
Hello, I'm J.R. Henderson with Integrated Power Connections. We are a commercial electrical contractor local here to Savannah, Georgia. And the tip that I would like to share is we're licensed in Georgia and South Carolina, and it's broke a lot of different places. But the tip that I want to share is that Savannah works. And when I say Savannah works, the Economic Development Department works. We do a lot of work with them. The Small Business Assistance Corporation, they actually work. We just got a loan, a really, really large loan from them this year. And then Purchasing Department, they actually work. We do a lot of work here in Savannah. So I encourage everyone in here to work in Savannah because Savannah works.
Nice. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Next up, we have Charles Bowen, corporate and entertainment attorney, founder of the Bowen Firm. He will be speaking on the gem industry in Savannah.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Giving an update on Savannah's entertainment industry right now. It's sort of like selling a movie that everybody knows has had a pretty rough production.
Oh gosh.
Budget's down, the release date's gotten pushed, everybody's nervous, but the movie's been greenlit and it's finally going to get made. And that's where we are. Just a few years ago, the industry in Savannah was booming. In 2022, the entertainment industry in the Savannah area generated about $440 million in economic impact. In 2023, even with the strikes, it still generated about $210 million. Then came 2024, and that number dropped to only $15 million. And the 2025 report, which is only through August, only shows about $8 million so far. I'm not going to spin it. That's the reality. The last couple of years have been slow and rough. And I know this is the part of the speech where I'm supposed to say, but don't worry about those numbers. Everything is fantastic. It's amazing, but it's not. That said, it is also not over. And that's the important part. Because remember, Savannah did not become an amazing,
worldwide production hub by accident. And it didn't stop being one just because the last 2 years have been slow. The most beautiful locations on earth are still right here. The crews are still right here. The small businesses that support production are still here. And the city's reputation is still here. All of that matters. We've been here before. COVID shut the industry completely down. And within 2 years, Savannah posted the biggest year it had ever seen. The industry in Savannah has a history of getting knocked down, rewriting the script, and coming back stronger than ever. So the story this year is not that Savannah's lost its place. It's simply that we are in that slow, frustrating part of the movie right before the momentum kicks in. So when it does return, and it will, it's not just going to benefit the movie producers and the actors. It'll benefit hotels, restaurants, floors, drivers, dry cleaners, coffee shops, and countless other small businesses all over this community. Because that has always been the true power of the entertainment industry. So, despite some very recent encouraging signs, this may not be the victory lap year, but I am confident it is the year before that year. See you at the movies.
Awesome, Bill. Thank you again. You've done this many, many years with us. It's gone up and down and up and down, and that was sponsored by Dramamine, right? Mia, come on up. We're on live stream. I forgot.
Good morning. My name is Mia Vance, Executive Director of the Savannah Downtown Business Association. If you are a proud member of the SDBA or a proud partner or supporter of SDBA, put your hands in the air. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I just want to leave you with this. Where do you see yourself downtown? Mayor Johnson started the conversation about both the bananas and SCAD. SCAD started downtown, but I also want to talk about the representation of SSU downtown, of Savannah Technical College downtown, Georgia Southern University downtown. Where do you see yourself downtown? That is my job. The key word I want to leave you with is collaboration. So while she talked about the cost of retail space and what it looks like downtown, you'll also see vacant storefronts. I want you to imagine your business. I want you to imagine art. I want you to imagine an incubator innovation hub. I want you to imagine what technology can look like downtown. Thank you, Spirit, for being at the table to talk about technology and Submitsu as well. Imagine what downtown can be because of what we do, and then come and talk to me. Visit www.savannahDBA.com. Join us. We're cleaning up downtown Friday. Next week, you'll get your downtown safety updates. So what do you want to see when it comes to safety? Addressing homelessness, ensuring that your business is represented downtown, Black businesses, say habla español, Spanish-speaking businesses, you name it. We want to see you in the downtown business space with ZBA. Thank you, Marjorie.
Thank you, Mia.
It is now my pleasure to introduce Alfonso Rabat. He is the president and the CEO of the Metropolitan Savannah Hispanic Chamber. Alfonso?
My name is Alfonso Rabat. It's an honor to be here. This is my third small business week. And I believe that based on all the things that we see out there, all the economic development, all the businesses that are popping up, the Hispanic community has actually kind of excelled in some areas because the businesses are resilient. They built it. The Hispanic community, let me put a little pause there. The Hispanic Chamber of Commerce caters, has members, not just Hispanic. But any own business, any small business will have the services and the support from the Hispanic Chamber. So any of you in here who have not ever been to one of the events, which are designed to put those connections, because frankly, the Hispanic community is less than 7%, 8%. If we were to do business with just Hispanics, when it's starved to death, right? So that's why we need to have other partners, sponsors, friends, members, and we need them so we can support each other. And you might think, okay, so the Hispanic community is resilient, but you know what? So are a lot of other businesses who are in our chamber. We're all in this together. It's not just one business that has these issues. Like, for example, I want to start a food truck, and I'm treated like a brick and mortar. So how does that happen? So I think that there's a lot of things that need to face, and we're all facing it. Whether you're Black, Hispanic, white, Asian, you're having those issues too. So with the chamber, that's what we're there for. So we can provide those connections to those people who actually can make things happen. And throughout the past 12 years, which the Hispanic Chamber has been around, we've serviced about 700 members. Now we only have around 201 members, but they have stayed, and they have been resilient enough through COVID, through all the ups and downs of the market, through tariffs, through all those things happening, through the economic boom. Because the economic boom in the region for small businesses is sometimes viewed as a threat. Why? Because Hispanic small businesses don't have the resources to keep their employees. So now we have other people fighting for our employees, small business. So if you're a small business and you have two members, two cooks, guess what? They're after them too. So we have to provide some type of resource for them to be able to stay. So we're gonna have another one of those events, Women Business Conference on May 9th, and we are going to provide you later on your code so that you can register. We have 10 seats free of charge. So make sure that you talk to us.
Thank you.
Thank you, Alfonso. And Alfonso's been with us a number of years now, so thank you. I love how we all collaborate in the business community. You know, the business community in Savannah has won numerous awards on how well we do collaborate together and how well we work together. And it is known for a place that people come to do business in Savannah because we have that reputation. And this is why we're all volunteering to help businesses become stronger. And Julie Olson, she is a fellow Rotarian with me in the downtown club. She just started her company a few years ago. Please share your company and your tip.
Hey, I'm Dr. Julie Olson with Workplace Advancement Strategies. 8 years
now.
Can
Not
you
just a few, yeah.
And I want to build on one of the tips that Mayor Johnson said, and that's believe. When we look at some of these great businesses, there's a temptation to say, I want to be like the Savannah Bananas, I need to be like the Coles. I want to be like Marjorie. And the thing is, you can learn from these great people, take what works, but the best thing you can do is to be authentic.
Yes.
To be yourself, take your own personal passions, your skill sets, your desires, and make it work, because that's what's going to make you successful.
Oh, great tip. Thank you, Julie. Dr. Olson.
Next up, I want to welcome to the stage the only person whose email I get on the stage all the time. We share the same first name. Victoria Saxon, who's President and CEO of the Small Business Assistance Corporation. She will be speaking on small business access to capital in Savannah. Well, I want to start by sharing what you probably heard already is the state of small businesses. So again, with the rising costs, businesses are seeking financing more regularly to support stability and or to acquire new businesses to strengthen their operations. We all know the cost of goods and services, even wages to keep good employees have been, even hiring and retaining those employees have been on the rise. So those are some of the operating costs that are affecting our businesses. But not have been on the rise. There's a rise in regulatory compliance, other costs with technology, advancements with AI, and just need to consolidate a lot of the bank back office functions. So there's been quite a few regional banks that have been acquiring our local community banks, and as you heard, Carver State is our only remaining local bank here. And the reason that's happening is because Savannah is a fueling economy, so a lot of larger banks, regional banks want to be a part of that growth and the activity that is here with manufacturing, tourism, logistics, and a lot of other reasons that you've heard or will hear later today. So more competition means more funding, more services, more opportunities that are in our area. I will say also, there's some good and bad. So banks are still having to tighten their credit, their lending practices or standards. There has been some delinquencies on several businesses not being able to survive or thrive. So being able to make sure that they have the portfolio is maintained healthy, they're having to become a little more stricter on their standards, and even governmental programs have changed, are tightening on what's required. But the good thing is we do have interest rates that have gone down over the last 8 months, and it's remained steady throughout this year, 2026. So keeping your loan rates, in order to get a loan rate, your loans, your rates are pretty decent and at an affordable price. And I will just kind of piggyback on what was said earlier. You have a community of resources with the banking community, with ourselves, CFIs, or CFIs, as well as Carver State, that can support from the very small startups, with your brand new under 2 years, to ready to grow and either acquire a business or to sell your business. So we're still seeing a lot of businesses that are being sold because they can't manage operations, but then that's opportunity for other businesses to acquire and maintain that customer base. So the capital access is still available. Sean, I will offer a table and learn more information about what business products you can have. And I will also highlight the City of Savannah has a loan program, and it's been like this since I've been there. So you get rates as low as 4% if you're in an investor target area loan, but 6.5% if you were within the City of Savannah.
Thank you, Victoria. We're now going to have Jen Davenport give a shout out about the Savannah Area Chamber of Commerce, which was my second stop after SBDC 31 years ago. Go ahead.
Thank you. Good morning. Before I begin my remarks about the chamber, I want to say that this is a full week of activities, and it could not be possible without a steering committee that met over Zoom since January. So to all of our partners, and they've already been recognized in the ring, but I personally want to say thank you so much for this entire week. The Savannah Area Chamber of Commerce is the 6th oldest chamber in the country. We're 225 years old, and I think that longevity says more about the City of Savannah and our business community than it does my organization. We are resilient and we are strong. We have seen change and we have overcome it. Today, the state of business is strong in many ways. We're seeing investment, opportunity, increased entrepreneurship, and general momentum across our entire region. But at the same time, many of our businesses, especially our small businesses, are carrying real pressure. They see rising costs, workforce challenges, inflation, insurance costs, and an unstable policy environment. This makes it difficult to plan, hire, and grow your business. We just completed our first survey of our small business owners, and this is what this survey reflected. And this matters because 85% of the 2,400 members of my chamber are small businesses. And that's important. They're not just a spreadsheet. They're people like you. I bet most of you are either involved in coaching a little league team, contributing to your church, supporting nonprofits throughout our community. You matter because without you, our community cannot survive. And that's why the chamber's role is more important than ever. We are a convener and an advocate. We work every day to strengthen workforce development, to champion pro-business policies at the local, state, and federal level. If you're facing challenges and you're ready to grow your workforce, if you're facing workforce challenges and you're ready to grow, please join us on May the 13th. We're going to have our first ever small business shop fair. So if you're hiring, we're going to bring the candidates to you. We'll be right here at the Savannah Civic Center that day. The challenges are real, but Savannah business community is strong, is resilient and strong, and that's our theme for today. For more than 2 centuries, our small business community has propelled our
community, and will continue to do so, and that's why we're also going strong. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Now I'd like to introduce Bill Lucas. Bill is the founder of Bill Lucas Insurance.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. My name is Bill Lucas, and I have a question for all of you. Did your health insurance go up this year? Raise your hand. Everybody look around. I mean, it's becoming a big thing. Again, my name is Bill Lucas, and I've been in the insurance business for over 30 years. I've gone through a lot of changes in this time, and we've taken thousands of people on the individual market, to different places and helped them with their individual coverages. We've helped hundreds of companies navigate the system to cover all of their employees. The biggest thing I can tell you right now is no one can afford health insurance at all unless the company's helping or the government's helping something. Many of your employers buy health insurance. Many of your employees need you to help have health insurance. The employer health insurance market today is the most important thing that's ever been before, because the individual market's not working for a lot of people. The Savannah health insurance market has many options that the employers can use to retain or attract employees. There are over a dozen carriers now and over 1,000 different plans. Group insurance in Georgia starts at just 2 employees. And a lot of times this is cheaper sometimes than the individual market. Most employers in Savannah have less than 50 full-time equivalent employees. Smaller employers actually have more advantages than large employers. When you're in the market today, you'll hear terms like fully insured, level funded, self-funded, MEWAs. All of these are used in today's employer market. Some of these hope to create lower premiums, better prices, better renewals, better benefits, and some even give you money back if your claims are small. Large employers, if you have more than 50 full-time equivalent employees, you have to offer health insurance to your employees or you pay a fine. You actually have to offer health insurance that's affordable or pay a fine. Many employers want to help their employees have insurance benefits. Think about that, Think about life insurance. Most people don't have life insurance unless they get it for their employer. Dental, who can afford a $1,500 root canal? Vision insurance, when was the last time you bought a pair of glasses? How much were those? Disability insurance, can you really go without a paycheck? Most of us can't, okay? And the employers help with all of these. In the Savannah area, we have many options to use for the small and large companies. We also have many qualified brokers, agents, and staff in this area to help people. My name is Bill Lucas. I'll be here in case you have any questions. I know it's a complicated subject. It's not any fun in so many ways, but we can try to make it better with help. We can try to help you. Thank you so much.
Bill, thank you for presenting this year and the year before. This has always been a really hard issue for small business owners. Health insurance is so expensive. But anyhow, I also want to thank you for letting me use your jacket. When I got in here, it was 61 degrees, and he let me borrow his jacket to warm up. So thank you. Come on up. Please say your name and your tip.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Alexis Crawford, and I'm the co-owner of On The Go Solutions. We are a vending machine company that specializes in snack boxes as well as workplace snack stations. And I'm also directly tied to Compassionate Professional Home Health Care, which specializes in dementia patients, medically fragile children as well. If I had one tip, my tip would just be to keep going. Because I know when you're first starting out, I know with my business, I'm going into my 5th year, and I know right during that time is the shaky time to whether you're going to fold or you're going to keep pushing. So I just say keep pushing.
Thank you very much. I want you to meet Armand Turner with Healthy Savannah afterwards. Make sure you guys connect, okay? Sorry, go ahead.
Speaking of which, we would like to welcome Armand Turner to the stage. He's the Executive Director of Healthy Savannah. His topic will be workplace wellness.
Perfect.
Thank you. Yes, Armand Turner, Executive Director
are a nonprofit organization that's been around for about 19 years now. And our focus is making the healthy choice the easy choice. And we're able to do that by talking to community members. So we ask them things about what barriers or challenges you face to being healthy, whether in your daily life, at home, and what challenges you're facing in the workplace. The number one response that we always get is low productivity due to no time and low energy. And so I'd like for us to consider some of the things that we can do from a health perspective that will benefit us in those two areas. So one of the things that we know is that nutrition directly affects mental performance. Diets and high processed sugar lead to energy spikes, and then of course those very, very low crashes that we always get in the afternoon. So if we focus on having more balanced meals that are high in protein, healthy fats, whole grains, that supports focus and decision making and helps us have a more sustained energy level throughout the day. Number two, physical activity boosts energy and reduces fatigue. So even light movement improves circulation and increases oxygen to your brain. That helps you be much more focused. Short walks or stretching breaks increase alertness and creativity. So movement will combat those afternoon slumps that we're constantly getting. Number three, healthy habits reduce absenteeism and burnout. So if you're an employer, you have a team, the best thing you can do is create an environment where employees are allowed to be healthy. Employees who take care of their health tend to get sick less and they handle stress better. So that means fewer missed days and more consistent performance. And finally, number four, better health improves mood and teamwork. So good nutrition and exercise supports mental health, which leads to more patience. So you're not snapping at Joe in the accounting room. You're much more patient with them. That leads to better communication and stronger collaboration within the workplace. So just in conclusion, some small things that you can make, some changes that we all can make in our daily routines. Consider walking on your lunch break. Take the stairs instead of the elevator. Park further away from the entrance to your job and walk through the parking lot. The night before, pack your healthy lunch so you're not scrambling once lunchtime comes around. And of course, hydrate, drink some more water. All those things can lead to noticeable improvements in focus, energy, and just overall productivity. So if you're interested in having Healthy Savannah collaborate with you, come to your work site and figure out how we can assess it and figure out some solutions and resources that you all can use to improve health for your employees and in your environment, please get in touch with me and we can make that happen. Thank you.
Thank you, Armand. How many of you all have ever been with Armand on the Tuesday morning walks they do every Tuesday morning at 7:30 a.m.? Awesome. It's great networking. If you want to get to know Armand better, and there's a bunch of other people that also walk. Go to Healthy Savannah and check out the walk schedule. So Heather, come on up. She is the current president of Buy Local. Yep.
Hi there, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. I'm Heather Ratke. I'm vice president of Spiros Incorporated. I gotta do a plug, sorry.
Yeah.
42-year-old technology, woman-owned company in Savannah, Georgia. So if you need help, give me a call. I am lucky enough to be the 2026 president of Buy Local, and I appreciate the city of Savannah and the mayor making this Small Business Week, but it's every day Buy Local for us. That's how our group does. I'm lucky enough to be sitting up here with Philip was last year's president. Victoria is behind me for 2027. Harbor State Bank is Rochelle is on my board, and they are our premium sponsor for Buy Local. So again, Mia gives us help. The chamber gives us help. We work together as a collaboration. How many people in this room work for a locally owned Chatham County business? Raise your hand. That's it? That's all? Gotta be more. Come on. Okay.
Mostly small business owners.
You work for one, right? How many people work for one that's in this town? All right. Y'all need to belong to Buy Local. That's what we do, is we advocate. We started a program this year called Certified Local by Buy Local. We're your PSA. We're going to have that badge on your website, on your front door, on the bottom of your emails. Let the consumers know that you're a locally owned operated company in Chatham County so they can be smart. Little steps, like you just said, little things. Take the long parking space. buy the local item. It may be a tad inconvenient, but your money stays here in Savannah.
Yep.
We want our money here at Carver Bank, right?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And if any of the small business owners want to share their tip, just come on up and I'll get you on. Go ahead, Joe.
Great. And next we have Jessie Dillon. Jessie is the Chief Operating Officer of the Savannah Economic Development Authority, and she is going to be speaking about growth in the Savannah area.
Thank you. Thank you to everyone who's here today. Thank you for coming out. I'm so thrilled to see so many friends and partners and colleagues here. This is an incredible opportunity for everyone in this room and also for us to learn from you. I have the great pleasure of representing the Savannah Economic Development Authority, which represents all of Chatham County, all of its municipalities, and is also a member of the 4-county Joint Development Authority that includes Bryan, Effingham, and Bullitt counties. So you've all heard, I'm sure over the last couple of years, if you've been here before, you've heard me talk about Hyundai and the impact on a large scale that we're seeing in our communities. What's coming from that I think is important for everybody to recognize is the significant investment into our community and infrastructure. This is coming from GDOT, this is coming from SPLOST, this is coming from our partners at the state in state-directed funds to increase access to water. It's coming through GFUD. So there's a lot of major investment that follows something significant like a Hyundai, but that's not what we're here to discuss today, because what we're talking about is how do you support the local businesses. So following the announcement of Hyundai, the 4 counties that are the JDA came together with 4 other counties in our region and started RISE. If you haven't heard of RISE, please, I encourage you to look it up. It is the Regional Industrial Support Enterprise. It is here to encourage our employers locally, small and large, to get what they need to support their workforce. One of the things that I was thinking about when somebody was talking about the counties, we've got 159 counties in Georgia. If anybody knows some of the reasons why we have 159 counties, is we were constitutionally required to have counties where goods could get from home to the center of town, and those individuals and farmers mostly could get home at the end of the day. So we're talking about why we have so many counties, but you really need to look outside of just our counties. Local can mean regional. And I encourage you guys to look at partnerships and look at those opportunities that are not just here, but locally around us in our region. Because if we thrive, they thrive. If they thrive, we thrive. So see this engaging in our next step of partnerships. We're looking at what comes after something significant like Hyundai. We're investing in advanced manufacturing, design-oriented businesses, a logistics consortium. And I think it's important to encourage everybody to recognize that even if you're not a 3PL, you're not working directly with the port, there's a logistics application within your industry. Everybody has a logistics application. So it's important to know how to get your goods to service, your services, all of those things to market. So consider that, and also really focusing on the knowledge base. So all of those are opportunities for small business to partner and to grow. That's really what I'm going to encourage everyone in this room to look at, is partnerships. Talk about what the mayor said, research, data. We are a small but mighty community, just like small businesses. We need to look at those mentorships, we need to look at those resources, and we really need to communicate and look at what's here, what we can do, what's not being done. Don't be afraid of the hard discussions, and you can do hard things.
Jessie, she has to be one of the hardest working executives in Savannah, and the fact that you actually found time to come today. Seriously, thank you. We appreciate it. Okay, we have another tip. Come on up. Talk.
Good morning.
Hold up.
My name is Michael Wilson. I am the co-owner for the Monarch Party Equipment Venue Rentals. My tip is sometimes you have to give a little to get a little. Creating your visibility is very important, and that might look like having to do something discounted or free to be able to promote yourself for future longevity.
Thank you. Thank you for coming up. I appreciate it.
Our next speaker is Dr. Scott C. Scheidt. Chief Security Officer of Savannah Civic IT Services, and high-speed broadband fiber. This topic will be on cybersecurity.
Good morning. On behalf of Sam Cook and the leadership team at Samitsu, it's a privilege to stand before you again for now my 4th year. Thank you to the team to be able to share on this topic with you. So when we spoke last year, I warned that third-party risk management was the next great frontier to be concerned about for small businesses. Today in 2026, that frontier has actually arrived. And for many of our neighbors in the Southeast, it has brought a heavy price tag. I like being the bad guy, but give y'all the stats. To understand where we are, we have to look at the numbers. At Samitsu, as we look across our Savannah MSA and out into the greater areas, we aren't just watching global trends, we are seeing these shifts happen right around us in the greater Savannah MSA. The cost of entry, the average cost of a data breach for a business with fewer than 500 employees has climbed to $3.31 million, if you're involved in that. The third-party penalty, which is coming from different compliance levels in the government, when that breach comes from a vendor of yours, your accountant, your payroll processor, or your logistics partner, that cost jumps to an average of $4.91 million. The Savannah factor, looking at our MSA aspects, for our logistics and manufacturing hubs, the risk is no longer just loss of data. It is halted production, it is a loss of business activity and productivity, and in what we're calling the battery belt, stretching from Tennessee through Georgia, third-party compromises are now the second most common attack vector for small businesses in our area. The survival gap, 60% of small businesses are still closing within 6 months of a major attack on their organization. In our region, 40% of small businesses that we engage with have told us that a loss of just $100,000 would be enough for them to turn their lights off. Last year, I asked you, how do you know the posture of your vendors? In 2026, trusting but verifying is not enough anymore. You are now legally and financially responsible for their mistakes, whether it's a HIPAA and healthcare violation or the tightening SEC and FTC safeguards for our finance and even auto sectors. The regulators are no longer looking at the vendor, they're looking at us as the business owner of how are we managing those relationships and holding their security posture accountable. So my recommendations for this year are focused on resiliency. AI is a double-edged sword. Use AI-driven insights to automate your risk assessments or your engagement with them. If your vendors aren't using AI for their own governance, they are already behind the attackers. Continuous monitoring. An annual checkup on your vendors or your organization or third-party mentor or team with you is obsolete. You need real-time invisibility into your supply chain. 1 weak leak at the Port of Savannah can cause a cascading failure for every SMB in this room possibly. The before relationship. Do not wait for the ransomware note to pop up on your computer. To meet your incident response team or to have at least a plan or a conversation for someone to help you. Establish retainers if you're able to, and review your cyber insurance today. We're seeing a lot of changes in cyber insurance where they're requiring more and more and more of even a small business in order to get good premiums. In 2026, insurance premiums in the Southeast, our area, we looked it up, are spiking by over 50% for those who cannot prove a proactive defense. At Samitsu, we've seen a significant increase in requests for instant response because of third-party exploitation. Don't let your business be a statistic in next year's report, hopefully. We look forward to supporting you and helping in any way. Thank you.
Yikes, Scott. Those stats are scary. Golly. So prevention. Yes, prevention. Okay, thank you, Scott. Come on up. We've got another tip. And we're getting toward the end, right? How many more do we have? 3 more, so we're going to need a few more tips in between.
Okay. Good morning, everybody. I am Angela Hoskins. I am the founder and CEO of New Beginnings, Commercial Residential Cleaning Plus Incorporated. That is a mouthful, but we are a janitorial property maintenance company. We are established here in Savannah in 2004. We are moving on to our 3rd decade here.
Oh right? My goodness, congratulations. Wow.
If I was going to give a tidbit or tip, it would be consistency and building a strong foundation, okay? If you stay consistent, continue to dream, don't give up, and you will reach your goal. We are going, like I said, into our 3rd decade. And then I said, once you rise, stop and give back, okay? Because, and 3 years ago, we established a nonprofit, and it is the House of Refuge. And we plan to give back and sponsor and help those that are in need, that are broken, and help them become whole with mentorship and sponsorship. Make sure you give back.
Gosh, that was beautiful. Oh my God, this is why we love working in Savannah and having a company here. Thank you. Go ahead.
Great, and next up is Catalina Garcia Quick. She is the business development professional at Pratt Industries, and she is going to speak about local strides and sustainability.
I'm super excited we don't have the president anymore because I was terrified last night. Good morning, everyone. I'm so excited to be here. It's great to be in this room with such smiling, happy faces and the future of Savannah. Pratt Industries has been a proud recycling partner of the city of Savannah for over 15 years. My name is Catalina Garcia Quick, and I'm here today to report on how that partnership has evolved into a state of sustainability that directly fuels our local economy. The defining trend in 2026 is our transition to a circular economy. The city of Savannah recovers roughly 6,000 plus tons of recyclable material annually to fuel a regional closed-loop network. This system ensures that recovered materials are repurposed for their highest and best use. We're turning local waste into the very packaging that small businesses and even the port depends on, directly supporting Savannah's expanding global exports and our growing produce sectors. By doing this, we're proving that our recovery efforts provide the raw materials for world-class engineering, powered by clean energy produced right here in our regional mill. This infrastructure has transformed sustainability from a corporate goal into a direct competitive advantage for the entrepreneur. We see this in action with the city's adoption of their single-use plastic policy. I know that for many businesses, this feels like an extra hurdle, but let's look at the data. When you move away from the automatic inclusion model and go of single-use items and switch into a request-only or a circular model, you aren't just meeting a compliance requirement. You're literally eliminating a line item. Expense. There are 3 specific ways this shift directly strengthens your business. First, operational savings. By reducing your reliance on disposables, local business can realize double-digit overhead savings almost immediately. In a world of rising costs, that's pure margin back into your pocket. Second, new revenue streams. Sustainability is now a requirement for growth. Shifting to these models helps you secure green vendor status, which is key to winning expanding municipal and corporate procurement contracts that were previously out of reach for smaller firms. And finally, capital. Let's not forget all of the resources that are available to help you modernize. From the various small business assistance entities that we have here to small business revitalization grants, there is support available to help you scale responsibly. Ultimately, small business in Savannah needs to know that by recycling, you aren't just helping the environment. You are funding our local economy, and sustainability is really, at its core, an elimination of waste. By building a more sustainable city, we build a more resilient economy, and that is how we keep Savannah strong. Thank you.
Thank you, Catalina. 2 years ago, her birthday fell on the day she presented, and we were at the End Market Arena, and we all sang happy birthday to her. That was fun. What a way to turn, I won't say how old. Okay, come on in. We're going to do 2 tips this time, so let's do it. Here we go.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Sapphire Star, and I am the founder of Wealth Builder Savannah. It's a mobile financial education startup designed to bring financial literacy to underserved communities. And my tip for this morning is learning the power to pivot. In business and in life, things oftentimes may not go the way that we plan, but when we learn to harness the power of pivoting, we can still achieve success if we're firm but flexible in our approach. And also, I like to say, experience is what you get when you don't get what you want, and you find a way to win.
Pivot. Great advice. You've been there. We're going to do another tip because I definitely want to hear from all the small business owners.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Good morning. How y'all doing? Good. My name is Lorraine Bowers. My business is called Mindful Deliberate Articulation. I am everything IEP and 504. If you have any child that has an IEP or 504, I am your educational expert. Okay? One tip. Dream big. Collaborate. Do not think you're by yourself. Know that you have support and help. Again, dream big, collaborate, and you are never by yourself. Thank you, Lorraine Bowers.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Victoria?
Next we have Ms. Erica Backus, Director of Communications, representing the Savannah Area Chamber of Commerce and Business